Welcome back for another episode of Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go. Find us on facebook.com/superfunpodcast, twitter.com/superfunpodcast, patreon.com/superfunpodcast, Instagram @superfunpodcastgo, iTunes @Superfun Game Review Podcast Go. Thanks and enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Super Fun Game Review Podcast. Okay, yeah. Well, here you go. So the listeners have spoken as through said poll, and so far I'm 3 for 3.
The listeners can speak through my fucking poll.
Here we go.
I think I'm 3 for 3.
Are you?
It is the Lion King.
Lion
for
King.
Super Nintendo.
Ugh. Is all I can say is ugh.
All right, I'll introduce us. To my right, I have Harry.
Hakuna my dick.
Wow.
Wow.
It means no dick. Across from the table from me, we have Mr. Clark.
Simba.
And to my left, Ralph.
Oh, I just can't wait to trash this game.
And I will be your host tonight, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
If you come back again, I'll kill you. Because I'm an MS-13 hyena.
MS-13 hyena.
Let's just get right on into this magicalness. First impressions. Just go with someone who hasn't been so adamant about it. Clark.
Oh, great. Actually, so I owned this game for Super Nintendo when I had my Super Nintendo still. It's a really tough game to get into, and I used to sit and play this over and over and over again. And playing it again now, ugh.
Oh, no.
Don't oh no, you knew what this is.
Oh, no, I did. I knew exactly what I was doing. Could have been Echo the Dolphin.
I thought trolling was my thing.
Nope. See,
Steve, you trolled us all.
Yeah, I know. See, you do it on like a face-to-face level, and like while we're like in the middle of this. Mine, I like to be a little more on the down low troll, so it slowly seeps in, and then you just get enraged. And I know I can laugh at any time because I won.
I think you're getting a bye the next poll we do.
No.
You won 3 in a row. I don't think you have to be in the next one.
Hey, I'm not the one who actually chose the game. I just suggested a game, and then the listeners spoken.
You're right, Steve.
I'm one with the people.
You're absolutely right. Harry, your first impression.
So I'm aware of actually 3 different Disney games for the Super Nintendo, and I guess Sega. Well, the ones that feel very similar to this, I actually wonder if they're made by the same studio. But in addition to Lion King, Jungle Book also exists.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very similar feel to this.
Yeah.
And Aladdin.
Okay, but Aladdin's fucking awesome.
No, and I was getting
so good. Yeah.
I'm getting to that.
Who worked on Aladdin that also worked on Resident Evil? Was that Shinji Mikami?
I don't.
You don't know?
No. Do you?
Hang on a second.
Well, let me finish my point while you're doing that. I own actually the Jungle Book and Aladdin. Jungle Book is like a really meh game. It feels a lot like this, but Aladdin is a really good game.
Yeah, Aladdin's great.
Aladdin was designed by Shinji Mikami.
Wow.
There you go.
Check that out.
Same studio, though? I was actually...
No, this is Capcom. Capcom did Aladdin.
Capcom.
Okay. Yeah, that actually sounds familiar. All 3 games, they have that very similar look to it, and it actually kind of gets into something I want to talk about in game development. But overall, I was kind of expecting a similar gameplay experience to Aladdin. I did not find that was the case.
You don't say.
Yeah.
No.
No flying carpet?
Nope.
Wait, you didn't get the flying carpet round?
Oh, darn.
What'd you think, Ralph?
I'm going to have to go back and play it again. I remember this game from my childhood, and if I remember correctly, I never got past the monkeys, and that's about it.
The fucking monkeys.
That's about all I remember. Interestingly, when I got to the part with the Stampede, something like seemed familiar. So I may have gotten that far or watched someone get that far, but I didn't have this game for the Super Nintendo when it came out, and I can't believe this was selected for us to play. And
Thank you, people.
And yeah, my initial impression was that the first level was fun, and then everything sort of
Died inside, right? Like your soul a little bit.
Sort of like if your uncle like threw your father into a stampede.
That's an odd comparison to this game.
Yeah, funny about that.
It's a jungle in there.
Welcome to the jungle, bitch.
Pumbaa's not even in the game, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, no, wait. That's right.
Eating the bug level. Ooh.
Yeah, the rest of them, though, it's just Timon, right? Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, anyway.
And so it began.
You can cut, like, the last 2 minutes of this, but go ahead.
Nope. Cutting
For
it in.
Steve, your first impression, which I really want to hear.
So I definitely owned this game as a kid when I had the magical Super Nintendo. I remember the game being difficult as a kid. The one that I had the most trouble on was during the monkey level, but when you're riding the ostrich and you have to double jump, I had a problem with that as a kid. I had a problem with it again now.
As a bigger kid.
As a bigger child.
That's
Madden child.
That's still a fairly accurate description. So I didn't want to just put it out as a regular game. So when the poll came up, I found that was like perfect timing. And listeners, you guys are the best. Thank you.
No.
God.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So yeah, I was very happy when this was selected because I knew exactly how you guys would feel.
I love this game. I don't know what you mean.
Perfect. So with that, let's move on in some game development.
Game development.
So, first little piece of information I came across. Disney Studios actually made the sprites in this game.
Yeah,
Right.
that was pretty cool.
So
I want to say you can tell.
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It does have that Disney look to it.
Yeah, the animations are there and things like that. Like,
Absolutely. They took the original score from the movie, made some adjustments, obviously, to fit it into a Super Nintendo cartridge or Genesis cartridge. But you could definitely still hear the same music from the actual movie in the game. It's just
It translates
yeah,
well.
the
Not-
tones are there for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. The tones are there. It's not the same, obviously, quality level, but definitely remember quite a few of those tracks. That was like there really wasn't a lot on game.
I think I saw that it was
The-
Westwood Studios developed this, right?
And then produced by
No, it's a Kojima production.
Is it Virgin?
It's Catcom.
Virgin Entertainment?
Virgin, yeah, I remember seeing that logo too, yeah.
I feel like they're the ones that did Jungle Book as well.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So one interesting tidbit is around this time was when there was the big boom of game rentals, and the ongoing rumor for this game is that it was so incredibly difficult at certain points specifically to promote rental sales.
That makes sense.
Because like you go rent it, you have a few days with it, you don't get past it, and then you go rent it again.
Clark, what are you trying to say? That Disney only cares about money?
No.
No, that the video game industry only cares about money, and that holds true today.
I'm offended. Don't besmirch Disney around me.
I didn't say Disney.
Oh, I could see it in your eyes.
No, they only made Sweet D from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh
Disney
my God,
Princess
Sweet D.
now.
Did you really just
Yeah.
say Sweet D?
Sweet D.
Sweet D.
Sweet D.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sweet D
Like-
from
like Sweetie?
It's Always Sunny.
I've never
So-
seen It's Always Sunny.
Oh, well then don't start calling me out like that.
All I know
fucker.
is you gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. That's all I know.
No,
about
the
Sunny.
boy's soul. It's the boy's soul.
soul.
Yeah, but that's the joke. Is that it doesn't sound right?
Is it the joke?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Thanks.
Really?
Thanks for. Yeah. Oh my God.
So before you guys chime in, I was correct.
Ding.
Oh.
They had their hand in the pot as far as Aladdin goes, and
Aladdin's ghost.
That's the sequel.
Jafar's
fuck.
Revenge.
Fuck, I
Wouldn't it
lost
be the genie's ghost?
and Jungle Book?
Oh.
They had their hand in that, and
Virgin or
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, all three. So I was right when I said they have a similar feel. In addition, I don't know if you guys have
I
ever.
mean, it is a bunch of virgins.
Thank you. I didn't know. It's like
Virgin Interactive.
By the way, I don't know if you guys have ever played this game. I actually have this one on the Super Nintendo as well. Cool Spot.
I love Cool Spot.
Yeah.
They did that one as well.
Cool Spot's the shit.
That game also feels a lot like.
Yeah, but
like
that's like a good game.
Is it though?
It actually came before the other ones too.
Yeah, it's a
Is Cool
7-Up
Spot a
fucking
good-
brand.
Yeah.
It's
but
it's a great game.
oh, I didn't know the game was actually good. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well,
I liked it.
We'll do that one another time.
Okay.
I'd love to review Cool Spot just to know that it was just nostalgia. Actually, I really don't want to play that again because I don't want it to ruin my nostalgia.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You'll have a Harry and Mario 64 situation. Anything else or next segment?
Yeah, next segment.
Next segment.
Story.
So then, we're
so then I says to Mabel, I says, let's get into the story.
Wait, what did I miss here?
You started to intro it, and he's like,
says,
so then,
It almost transitioned as well as going from a cub to an adult lion with no cutscene or text or anything.
there you go. It's not like they put
Just
them
like the
walking
movie.
Across, yeah.
Well,
Well, no,
clunky.
they walked across a damn log. Okay.
Oh,
Whilst
God.
dancing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about logs when we get to gameplay.
Harry, we're already talking about logs. I don't know if you noticed.
I wrote a lot of logs in this game, guys.
This game's a pile of logs.
I think
drops
you mean
one big
poop.
log at the end.
All right, so let's talk about story. Okay, I will say
It's the Lion King. Watch the movie.
All right, gameplay.
Wait, I don't know. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's the Disney version of Hamlet. Did you know that?
I'm not familiar with the
Oh
story
my
of Hamlet.
The
God.
Lion King is a loose adaptation of Hamlet.
You're a loose adaptation of Hamlet.
He's just loose.
and a ham.
So there were 2 levels in this game. I don't remember the names. One is the way on to Pride Rock, where you're like doing your training through like the cliffs and everything like that.
Oh, it's like Simba's fucking...
No.
No,
that was the
Simba's
song. Yeah.
Return
Simba's
is
Re-
when
yeah.
you're training, and then...
I think it's like the lava level. I forget what that
Yeah.
one was called.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
on your way to the fucking...
So
rock.
these were supposed to reflect 2 scenes that were cut from the movie.
I read that.
Now, again, there's not a lot of story like in the game per se, but
There's none, really.
they have their cut scenes at the end of the levels and such, like when his dad comes in the clouds, just like in the movie.
Simba.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
Thanks, Darth Vader.
You see, the antelope eat the grass. When we die, our bodies become the grass.
I mean, honestly, out of the entire story of this game, that was the most interesting thing that got me interested. And that's not even about the game, that's about the movie. I'm more curious about the 2 scenes they cut from the movie than I am about anything to do with the story in this game, to be completely honest.
Okay, that's a fair point.
To the Hamlet side of things, that's where
Hamlet.
Simba develops his Oedipus complex.
Yeah, he's like super jealous over his uncle getting married to his mother. Anyway,
Do you know
Yeah,
what
so-
an Oedipus complex is?
Okay,
I
actually,
want to say
Harry's looking at us with a puzzled look.
No. Sorry, not that I'm thinking. Like the characters from the movie, I don't remember seeing. Was it Nala?
Nala. Yeah.
Nope.
Was she anywhere in the game?
Chick lion.
You're getting to the point that I wanted to make, which is I think this game does a terrible job of telling the story of the movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree to that.
I don't think they thought anybody was buying this game or renting this game without seeing The Lion King first. It's clear that this does not stand on its own.
It goes along with the movie. It's like, oh, so you know the story. Now just play as Simba. Look, you kind of know this thing. Look, you kind of know that thing, and you fight Scar
Yeah, isn't
and Wildebeest.
Simba's mother also a character in the movie? I mean, it sort of makes sense. That
Yeah.
she would
Yeah,
be.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
but-
what her name was.
Yeah,
but-
there's very little,
I think it was Reggie.
and it's almost unjustifiable. There's no reason to not have these story elements. They had everything they needed. They're using audio clips from the movie.
Yeah.
Why not just flesh out the story?
Oh, they could have done like what they did in Aladdin was show like a screenshot and then have text underneath, like
Yeah.
dialogue, like, "Hey, this is what's happening in this scene," and then play level. At the end of level, another pop-up window with some text. It just kind of not hit.
Transition the
yeah,
levels
maybe like
to-
just bullet points of
Yeah.
the story to kind of get you through the game. But there's like some levels just cut right to the next level with nothing in
Yep.
between.
Yeah, when I did the transition from little Simba to adult, I was literally like whiplash. I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's just here." Like, that's it.
Oh,
Like,
my neck.
nothing. All right.
Did the Hakuna Matata level.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, but you're a kid, and then boom, adult. It just no.
Steroids.
Took me right out of the experience, and it ruined my entire
Did
evening.
it? Did it really?
Yes, it did.
Gonna go tame some strange. Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a general sense, it follows the same path. Like you do go from being a kid and you're happy to you go to basically when your father gets killed in the Stampede, and then you go to do the Hakuna Matata level, and then you become an adult and you go through all the bullshit,
Puberty
and
and
you get to the end and there's Scar and you got to throw him, and it's like the super Cliff Notes. Like if someone fell asleep during the movie and then woke up. And they're like, okay, I can adapt this to a video game on a Super Nintendo. This would be a great idea. It's going to be wonderful.
An opportunity that they really missed in this game is to build on the scene from The Lion King where his father dies, but to actually show it graphically. They cut all of that.
Just-
You just see him
Trample.
before
The Lion
and
King,
after.
rated M for
Yeah,
mature.
exactly.
That's what you wanted?
I mean, just red pixels all over the screen.
It would make it even better if you have to try
Red
to do
maroon,
like, if you
please.
have to do like a
Give a
button
little
mashing, but you lose every time as Scar throws him off the cliff.
Yeah, like why'd they even bother to put Mufasa in there as a ghost? You never see him die, do you? Did I miss that part?
No.
I don't think you go from like the Stampede to the next level. That's it.
He just dies of old age.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
in
that's
this-
all.
this
Yeah, in this
version.
adaptation.
I'm pissed, man.
This bastardization of the Lion
That's a good
King.
way to put it. Some big fat Disney exec was like, "Yeah, this will be great," and he flicks his cigar into his ashtray and goes, "Make that Disney game."
Dude, you really hate Disney, don't you?
No, I don't.
He
I don't
does.
really hate Disney. I'm a little worried that they just bought 20th Century Fox, but like I'm just saying, like this game is clearly a cash grab.
I'm good on story, guys.
Yep. Me
Yeah,
too.
I think we kind of covered that one.
Let's move on.
Into gameplay.
Oh, hold on, I gotta take a shit.
Gameplay.
Did he really have to? Oh no,
That's my review of the gameplay.
Oh.
He got up. Listeners won't get that part of it.
And then
Literally got up, walked away.
and then came back down, which was adorable.
All right, so let's talk about some logs coming down a waterfall.
Yeah. What about? And then you're jumping. Would you have some problems?
That was probably the biggest hurdle of the game for me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, my biggest hurdle was trying to grab onto the fucking small, tiny rocks
Yeah.
and like always having to fucking jump across them. Let me fucking tell you how like that doesn't fucking happen in the movie and has no fucking reference in this goddamn game.
I feel like it was
Let's just do a quick level by level. Find everything that is aggravating in this game.
All right.
What like
The whole fucking thing.
I know, but there's something in every level that just ruins this game for me, except for the first one. The first level was awesome.
That goes into the difficulty, which we go from like a 1 to like a fucking 8
Yeah.
in the next level.
Yeah.
The difficulty in this is all over the place.
So the monkey puzzle.
The monkey puzzle, I'm pretty sure, defeated me as a child.
Yeah, I fucking hated the monkey
Yeah, that
puzzle.
probably took
That's
forever.
the second level though.
I
right?
had to
Yeah,
look up
Yes, it is.
like online which monkeys you got to swap or yell at them.
I didn't
turn
know. I didn't know that doing that would make them change their position. And then it's like, yeah, it's just
Well,
a
I think that was
mess.
like the name of the round, like Roar at the Monkeys or something like
yeah.
that. So,
And that's
Was it really? Did I
Yeah.
miss- I must have
Yeah.
missed that.
that's the
That would be important to know.
yeah.
so yeah, that was the big thing on the second one that drove me nuts.
That's the whole level.
That's
I mean, even the section where you're riding on the ostrich and you have to
Yeah,
jump
that
into
was
the-
a pain in the
Yeah,
dick.
no.
too.
because you didn't
Yeah,
know
that-
that you
yeah.
had to do the double jump.
yeah. Fuck that. Oh, like on the second when you're on the ostrich for the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at least they would tell you the first one. It's like, oh, okay, now you kind of know, and you're trying to see if there's that second fucking nest that's just sitting there, and
Yeah.
then you just end up rolling over, and then.
Yeah, I saw baby Simba or young Simba pass out. That scene, I saw that a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
It's
It's
etched.
long too.
in my
Like it
brain.
wouldn't just like cut back. It's
Yeah.
like this.
And then he falls down, and then it stays on him for another 2 seconds.
So
Yeah.
the third level was the Boneyard.
Okay, that's where I reached my most difficult section. Was trying to defeat.
Dive feet.
I was trying to dive.
defeat.
I was attempting to defeat. I was trying to defeat 3 hyenas, which can only be attacked when they're tired, which can only be tired after they've done 2 attacks, and once you have one done, another one drops out of the sky. That took me forever to beat as young Simba, because when you're an adult, you can just swipe at him. You can just
Smack
the hyenas.
a bitch.
It was pretty satisfying, actually. I will say that when you're an adult and you fight the hyenas, you can just whoop their monkey asses, which is great.
But they're hyenas.
They're
not
hyenas.
monkeys.
What did I say?
You
Monkey
said monkey
asses.
asses.
Oh yeah, right.
There are monkeys though.
That's just a saying. I don't mean it. Anyway,
That's
That-
just a saying.
that section there, like I was seeing red from
Yeah.
that section. It just drove me
The
fucking crazy.
color palette was pretty gray on
It
that
was
level.
very gray.
Yeah.
I
Where
almost.
was that at?
Sorry.
Where was that at again?
This is the elephant graveyard.
The Boneyard.
No, the boneyard. The boneyard.
The
Oh, I don't know.
Did anybody else have that
Sorry.
problem with that section? Or
Oh,
just
my
No,
bad.
I just kept jumping on their heads and I was having no problem there.
Yeah.
Well, my
That-
health was diminishing so fast. Like I noticed that I think I missed a power up to make my health longer, or to make my health bar larger, because it was kind of
in the Boneyard.
small
Boneyard.
in the boneyard.
you needed longer in the bone.
I did. So yeah, I struggled with that part quite a bit.
That was probably the second easiest level in the game for me.
Yep.
I thought it was way easier than the second level, personally.
The level was fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But just that section.
That
drove me
section,
crazy.
I gotcha. What was the fourth round?
That's the Stampede, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the fourth round is the Stampede.
Is it?
It's a Stampede, so which it's hard enough just trying to judge when.
I use a lot of save states on the Stampede.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get
Full
through it.
disclosure, I used a lot of save states throughout.
Yeah.
I could not have beaten this game.
Every,
without
like-
save
I did as well.
states.
Every big challenge, it was like, boom, save state. Like, I finally accomplished it.
And then the last level, I used invincibility
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think the biggest part
and
that was
save states because the jump puzzles.
So the most frustrating part about the Stampede is when they're running from the background, I don't know which lane those gazelles are running in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's weird because like if they're on the outside, they're like, "Oh, we're running up the middle, left."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
it's-
oh, I'm safe over here, and then
It's,
boom, run
it's
over
another
you.
one of those deliberately cheap things just to eat.
There's a lot of
lives.
cheap deaths in this game.
Oh God, yeah.
I think that's a fair and
Lion
accurate-
King, cheap death simulator.
Yeah.
More than Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Bloodborne's not cheap in the same way.
No.
in my
No.
opinion. Bloodborne's, if you died, you did something wrong.
Exactly.
Yep.
No, this is a cheap death because they didn't clearly explain your hurdles.
They don't explain anything.
More
in
or
this
less.
game. Well,
See, that was my big point on that. I just got to the point where I was frantically jumping because that would help get over the rocks, and sometimes I would dodge the gazelles just by jumping
Yeah.
too. He was just a madman, just flipping all over the screen.
Mad Cat.
Nick.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
I actually didn't have any trouble with that one. I did that, I think, in second go.
It's just the question marks where you're like, where's this rock coming can get a little difficult sometimes.
Level 5 was Simba's Exile.
The Exile. If you ever come back here again, I kill you.
Refresh my. Can you show me a picture of the level? That wasn't the waterfall one, was it?
No.
That was
no,
the sixth
that's
one.
I think-
Hakuna Matata.
The Exile... Wait, which one had the gorilla in it?
Was that the one with the rocks falling down the screen the entire time? That one was a pain in the dick because
It
you go to
was.
jump on like one of those little rock things, boom, rock comes streaming down the fucking middle of the screen, just
Yep.
knocks you off.
Catches your head and you're like, son of a bitch.
And there was this big boulder I couldn't outrun for the longest time because there was a porcupine in the way.
You have to roll.
I don't know how to roll.
You push down while you're running,
Oh,
and you can sort of roll like
that would have helped
Sonic
with the monkey
Hedgehog.
later.
Oh wait, the big
The gorilla?
Oh yeah.
You weren't able to do it against the gorilla.
No,
Yeah,
you could flick the coconuts
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
you
throwing
could-
at
yeah,
you
yeah,
back
yeah.
at him.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I
just
ended up
dodged them.
Yeah, and then eventually he does a jump around.
Yeah, I know exactly where you mean with the porcupine and trying to evade the...
Yeah, I had to look up. There's actually a further place you can fall down and avoid that whole section.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go back and do that.
Level 6 is Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
The fucking waterfalls.
Yeah, fuck that waterfall.
With the
I
lucky
spent
waterfall.
probably a half hour alone getting up that waterfall.
I think I spent longer than that, actually.
It
because
sucked so bad.
It did.
And like you miss one fucking jump, and then you fucking fall in the water, and Simba looks like a slapped fucking asshole. Like just, I just got punched in the face with a shovel. That's right, punched in the face with a shovel.
Punched in the face.
Wow.
With a
Punched
shovel.
the god for 6 keys.
One wet pussy.
Oh, I was
Oh.
waiting for it.
Woo!
Get-
Male pussy.
Wet pussy riding logs.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
God.
That's a different kind of game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think we put that one on the poll.
Yeah, some wood goes
The
fast.
pole.
The poll? See? Because
Oi. I found it very frustrating that you get into a good rhythm, you think you're gaining, and then you look over, and oh, there's the ledge I came from. And I'm just passing me by. Like, motherfucker.
like, damn.
Yeah, that was a pain. That was a real pain.
I don't know how they expect you to beat this game on the lives he continues to give you. I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it either.
All right.
That also had the gorilla, which I had a little bit of a problem. Not as much as the waterfall,
Yeah.
but the gorilla was a pain in the dick as well.
Yeah, playing Donkey Kong for a little bit, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Simba's Destiny.
It's when he went back. It's when he starts running back. That's not quite at the
lava level, which
lava
is the next
level.
one.
Yeah.
That one actually wasn't awful.
No, because then you can actually start beating the shit out of stuff.
Yeah.
You got your loud line where you can start smacking around.
Oh wait, no, there was one before that.
This is the one where it's gray, it's at night, and
So it's like a swamp with like thorns and everything.
yeah, and Rafiki's
Yeah.
there, and he lets you go through paths after you defeat all the like panther guys.
Yeah, I don't know where they
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah, I don't either.
They just like
Panther guys?
just
Yeah.
spawn out of nowhere.
Then's be prepared.
And that was like Rafiki's only moment in the game too. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm going to let you through.
Would you expect a cutscene?
I don't know. Yeah, right.
Do you expect some context and story in this game?
Think you're supposed to know who that is?
Simba.
So then, like you said, Clark, be prepared is the lava level.
Right.
Which
that was level 8, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
the lava level is pretty straightforward for the most part. You defeat hyenas as you go. But then you get to the end. Oh, and I'm sorry. No, there's a platform section where you're riding on like a rock on a lava pit, and you have to swat at bats, otherwise you'll fall off.
Oh,
And there's
yeah.
there's a brief section where you have to leave the raft and climb over, a path, and then.
So what was the
reach it
most
again.
annoying
Back
part?
over.
Because we should
Yeah.
tone back into just what the most annoying part.
Easily the ending, because I had no fucking idea that you're supposed to just wait it out until the lava, not flumes, what are the lava geysers
Guys are, oh, yeah.
get covered up, and then you stand on the last one and get launched out of level. That was really out of left field.
yeah.
Like I don't even know, like why is that a thing? Breaks all the conventions of the game that they set.
I was annoyed by the bats.
The bats were fucking annoying.
They threw a lot of
Where-
enemies on the screen on this level at the same time. Like there'd be like multiple panthers, or like the bats will come just as like a panther's coming this way. So it's like you're getting fucking
Hits from
crisscross.
both sides?
Yeah. that one wasn't as bad as some of the other levels, though.
Sure.
To be completely honest.
So then the next one is the maze, where you go into caves. I call it the maze. It just means like you go from one cave to another, and you have to defeat all the hyenas before you can exit that level.
Yeah.
Right.
It's still like
That's what sucked about that.
beat the shit out of those goddamn hyenas.
Now let's talk about the last level.
Okay.
The
And go.
most annoying part is fighting Scar. Hands down, that is the worst fucking boss fight I think in a game I've ever played.
What about final boss fight? Worst boss fight or worst final boss fight?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's the worst boss fight. Final, first, middle, whatever.
Any boss.
Any boss, I think it's one of the worst. Oh, hit him in an upwards of like 200 times and then throw him off the fucking ledge. Dumb.
That's
Super
pretty much
dumb.
it. Yeah.
And that's how you beat the fucking game.
Yeah. I think it's really anticlimactic and
Oh,
weird.
It
Yeah.
is. I do.
Let's introduce this mechanic just at the last minute for no fucking reason.
But you get no hint that you have to, other than seeing the movie, you get no hint. I didn't know I could throw a character or throw an enemy until I looked it up to beat him.
So dumb.
Yeah, there wasn't really much to it. It was just repetitive. Smack, 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 smack. Don't get hit. Smack, smack, smack. Flippy kick. I'm a king.
Yeah, it wasn't even hard.
Consistency wise, I do like at least the final defeating of him is the same as in the movie. You kind of hurl him off that
Yeah.
like cliff.
Yeah, sure.
We'll tie into more graphics later, but as far as like the level goes, I do like, because I know you were saying it's anticlimactic, and it mostly is, but I do like some of those like bolts of lightning areas and everything.
Add tension.
Yeah, add that, like the fire on the rocks will just pop up. Like I thought that was at least kind of cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
You can be
for
struck
this game.
by lightning.
Like visually, it looks like you're.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But again, that ties in more to graphics, I guess. Like look at that level, but.
Look at that level.
I guess what I mean is the game to me was difficult in terms of the gameplay, and then the final boss is anticlimactic because he's not that difficult to defeat. You just have to be patient.
Yep.
Which is annoying.
It's like just getting to him was like 10 times more difficult than just him himself.
Sure.
Him.
You could back him into a corner and just keep hitting him until he was panting.
Him slapped the shit out of Scar.
Yeah.
Pimp flap that uncle bitch. Father killing motherfucker.
I mean, does anybody have any highlights that they want to talk about with gameplay?
Nope.
The monkeys.
The bonus levels.
But not the not the flipping monkeys. When you're an adult and you can just smack the crap out of the little monkeys that just throw the little shit at you.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And just smack him, he just falls off the screen. I found that very satisfying.
I personally don't have anything nice to say about this game.
Okay. No, I want to make sure we touch all bases. If
Gameplay wise.
So if anything, it's just spanking the monkey. That's all I got.
Oh.
All right, let's move into graphic.
Graphics.
I'm a little all over the place with this one. Some of the color palettes I did not like especially the second level. It was a lot of yellows, oranges, and purples. It was a weird color scheme.
A lot of it blended together, like some of it, or at least like bringing in for like that ostrich. Like I know I keep going back to him, but just like when the pixels are moving and you're trying to take a look at stuff, that little fucking pink rhino or whatever it was, when it's moving, you had to focus on it, or it was hard to see sometimes, or those goddamn nests. So I agree.
I'm not going to trash the graphics in this game. I'm going to say that that's the only standout.
I don't even think they're standout. I think they're pretty standard for the time. I don't think they're remarkable in any sort of way. I think some of the color choices make some of the character models look pale. Like, I think Scar doesn't look nearly as good as what he could. Like, Scar wasn't dark brown on light brown. He was black on dark brown. Towards the end of the game, looks like it's like doo-doo fucking brown. And it's not like it's like fucking like rich, like it's a rich color.
You're getting
rich doo-doo.
You're getting really detailed all of a sudden.
Yes.
I'm just saying, like I really honestly like I don't think anything's super remarkable about the graphics.
The man knows his doo-doo. Okay?
All right, let me retract what I'm trying to convey is that I think almost everything is garbage, but the graphics I don't think are garbage. There. It's not that they're amazing for the Super Nintendo, but they're the only thing that isn't complete garbage, in my opinion.
I don't think it's complete garbage. I think it's partially garbage.
Partial garbage.
I think, without fully trashing this game, I do want to say the level design and coloring and like layout, I think it was really well done.
You think the layout was done well?
For most of the levels, yes. I think some of them are...
The waterfalls, Harry.
Oh, I know, but okay, visually, I thought it did actually look pretty good.
And plus, it's not like where it's just a regular 2D side scroller where it's just going like a little bit here, a little bit there. You were moving around a lot of like levels, as in like heights. You had to go up, you had to go down. You can go on this path, you can go down this little one. Granted, it all had the same end game, but I would say with the way it was laid out, I would agree with you with that. It's like you're always, sometimes you had to look around. It's like, oh, I got to do this, then back and forth. Just having to like jump from one rock to another, and I don't know, just. I like the levels.
I thought, like I said, the second level color palette really bothered me. The first one was kind of boring, but there were a couple. I think it was the swamp level with the thorns, and I forget what the name of it is, but they had a really nice like background. Like I noticed like there's a still frame background, and then the environment kind of moves over that, like typical of a lot of Super Nintendo games. But I thought at least the artwork was done well.
You know what? I don't know. I think I'm kind of with Clark now because this is the Super Nintendo. Okay, it's a 16-bit system, but Super Nintendo brought us like fantastic games.
Yeah.
Like look at Final Fantasy VI and then look at The Lion King and it's like even
But when you think about honestly, when you think about platformers on this fucking system, like Super Mario World was incredible.
Launch title.
Everything was amazing in that.
Or Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island. Aladdin didn't look like that. Like Aladdin, like actually all the characters looked like they were supposed to and things like that.
You can
like,
thank Shinji Mikami for
I thought
that.
there was a lot of things that took away from the whole experience, even visually.
All right. I don't know. I'm still kind of wishy-washy on the graphics because like I said, some
so was Virgin Interactive
because some like some of the levels like they really pop with color,
okay,
and some are really dull, and not even to the dull where it's a big contrast, to be completely honest. Like it doesn't mix very well from level to level. Some look out of place, to be completely honest. And I think the character models should have, I know you were talking about Scar, I feel like they should have popped a little bit more. Because the color palettes, like on the Panthers and some of them, they were very dull. on a lot of the characters.
That's
in
what
that
I'm
game.
saying.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
And great. And for a Disney artwork, like their characters pop in all the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them just weren't standing out.
well, even to the adverse of that, I mean, it's just pixel shading. So like you look at like Timon in between, he looked great. He looked fantastic. And I know we're not going to get that quality of pixel in the sprites, but like the colorization was fine on him.
Do you mean in the bonus levels? Or do you mean the very beginning of the game where it says, "And so it begins" or whatever?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Timon
Okay.
looks fine in that.
Yeah.
And like the color palette's there, like everything looks good, and I just don't see that anywhere else in the game. I think they all look bad. I think they didn't use the tools to really make the game better.
Especially if you had the Disney animators coloring everything in.
Right. Like it's
Like,
like
you would
they
almost
never worked on a game before.
You would almost expect a little bit more. Understood. It's just like, okay, I know you're more to movies than games, but still.
Disney has high standards.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't know how much they were directly involved with the graphics. Like, I think what happened is they probably turned over their imagery for whoever made the game, Westwood Studios or Virgin published it, whatever, to actually, they adapted it, is what I'm saying. I don't think this game was created by Disney.
No.
It's based off of Disney characters,
and
which is different.
What I read is they only worked on like sprite work. They didn't really have anything to do with like levels.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like, okay, just for a comparison, look at Aladdin
Yeah.
and look at the fucking quality of the characters. And then there's not a damn thing
Yeah, Aladdin looks really good.
in Lion King that looks even remotely
Wow,
like that.
You're right.
No,
that
you
came
are right.
before Lion King as well.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay. Still as a category, like I'm gonna give it like, if I had to grade it like a C-ish area,
Okay.
I just don't think it's, like you were saying earlier, if there is a characteristic to hold higher than the rest of the game qualities, this would be the category.
Right.
All right. I think we pretty much tapped into the graphics.
Is that going to be our longest segment for once?
graphics?
The
Oh,
graphics, yeah.
Maybe. All right.
Did you say
how about
Crapix?
graphics?
Crapsticks.
Some music.
Crapstick.
Music.
Well, it's the Lion King using the Super Nintendo sound card.
And that's pretty much exactly what it sounded like.
I don't think the final track from the last level is in the movie, but I could be wrong. That one kind of stands out to me. The rest are all basically what you'd expect of a Super Nintendo adaptation of a film made in the 90s by
And
Disney.
they even tell you what song it is playing for the level.
Right.
I don't really want to get into music too much. I'll just say it's average. My biggest point here in the music segment, I wanted to talk about the audio clips that they use for voices.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They didn't use a lot of them. I will say that. There was a couple here and there, but I think what they did, and I'll use Sunset Riders as a comparison, I can at least tell what they're saying in this game.
Yeah.
Like an actual audio track in a Super Nintendo cartridge, and I can actually tell what they're saying. It wasn't like muffled or just like digitally done or anything like that. It just like,
Draw Pilgrim.
that would be
Draw Pilgrim.
the one compliment I can say about the sound of this game.
I agree.
I'll give him that.
Plus, when you hear James Earl Jones, you just listen, and you listen intently anyway.
Do you need a towel? Are you okay?
All this can be yours, or will be yours.
Okay.
And I guess we should touch on the music a little bit. It's from Lion King, just dumbed down for a video game.
Yeah, as they just
Compressed, you could say.
obviously
compressed for 16-bit.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. You hear a lot of the themes that, I don't know if you remember some from The Lion King, the songs, and it's like, haha, I know that one. Oh yeah, that one. And that's pretty much the extent of it. There's really not much.
I think the problem is the music originally wasn't composed to be video game music,
To be repeated over and
over
over.
to be repeated, and to also like be compressed and restricted by that 16-bit and what that's capable of. Whereas like, you know, there's other games that just have incredible soundtracks on the Super Nintendo.
I'm not going to bring up Final Fantasy VI again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't.
All right. I was just wondering if
It's a great game.
if you could feel the love tonight, just surrounding this game.
I can't.
Just compare the music on the final level to Lion King to Dancing Mad from Final Fantasy VI.
I can get into Dancing Mad, though. I can accept that as a song.
Oh, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Dancing Mad is like one of the best tracks for the Super Nintendo, is what I'm saying.
Ralph, do you need a towel?
That's Dancing Mad is the song when you go into the auction
Kafka.
house. Oh, okay.
It's the final battle with Kafka. Sorry.
All right,
Okay.
nerds, let's get back to Lion King. Ralph, what's the Final Fantasy 6?
Dude, it's my favorite Final Fantasy. I'm sorry.
I say that as Harry and I have sat and voice acted.
I'd like to do that. You
We
guys have
fucking
talked about it
voice
several
acted.
times.
Final
Wow.
Fantasy 6.
We could do that.
while we played through
I'd
it.
stream that with you.
Stream 6? Cool.
Oh my God, yes, please. Can I be Kefka again? Final thoughts.
Boo.
Final thoughts.
Ralph.
It's a stinking cash grab. It reeks of it. I didn't enjoy my time with it. I don't want to play it again. I liked Rambo more than I liked The Lion King.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
Let me go real quick.
Yeah.
I don't agree with Ralph often, and I don't know if he's joking or not, but I actually enjoyed Rambo more than The Lion King.
Wow.
That just made my night.
Gameplay wise, I also enjoyed Rambo more. I don't know if it's. I don't know if Rambo.
Are you going to say Lion King has a better story than Rambo?
No. But as a whole package deal, I do think Lion King is going to end up being slightly better than Rambo. At least the character models are proportional. Other than that, it's 3 hours I'm not going to get back that I put into this game.
You've done worse.
You watched Sucker Punch twice.
Really? Motherfucker.
He always fucking brings up Sucker Punch, man.
I know he does.
Such a bitch.
He's a douchebag. A douchebag.
Fuck you both.
Yeah.
I really want to hear this, Steve, because this is your game and you put it on the poll, so this is
Yeah,
very
this is your
important.
fault.
I want to hear this.
I did enjoy this more than most parts of Rambo.
I love that we're basing our scores all off of Rambo.
It's going to be low.
I do feel it is pretty close. I knew this was just going to be better. I knew.
Don't let this game kill you, Steve. This game gave me emphysema.
It's worse than cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's worse for cigarettes in your health.
I knew going in that this was going to be a rough one for everybody, and that's really the only reason why I picked it. It's not to play as nostalgia. It's not to be like, oh, I really remember enjoying this game. This was my Rambo to you, other than Farming Simulator. This is my Rambo 2, Rambo's Revenge.
I guess that's fair.
That is my final thought on that. So we're wrapped up on that. So let's get into
The score.
I'll just go first to get it out of the way. This is a D for doo-doo.
For doo-doo. D is for doo-doo.
D is for doo-doo. Clark, what's your score?
This game is one rotting corpse of a lion father out of being trampled.
I think we say out of 3 hyenas. Gotcha.
No. Out of being trampled by antelope.
Wildebeest. All right, Ralph, go.
I give this a 2%.
2%. Fair enough.
All right.
That's
Harry.
your lowest game. This is your lowest game.
No, I think Rambo was 0.99.
Yeah.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So he did like it more than Rambo.
Oh, shit.
Nope, too late.
0.2.
yeah. I like that. No, I retract it. Thank you, Clark. 0.02.
Oh.
Jesus.
All right.
You got to leave it has to be 0.02 for Duck Dynasty, which will have to be a 0.01.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Hey,
gonna
well,
keep
he's
lower
only
and
Gotta
lower.
leave some room.
He's only going to the 100th. You could still go to the
0.0000.
I am going to give this a 2.5, which is, it's above Farming Simulator 15, but below No Man's Sky.
All right.
I think that's a fair score.
All right. Well, with that, thank you everybody for going on another ride. And this.
Thanks
one,
for voting.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're not putting
Another
up a
option.
poll.
We really loved your interaction with this.
It's been great.
Thanks,
It really
guys.
has been. So
We'll have another poll up for you guys soon.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
You sure?
I got a couple in mind, Ralph.
I mean, we don't have to do another poll.
Yeah,
I
let's-
say that I think we should get into a point where it's just Patreon donors as our poll submitters.
That's a great idea. I like that idea. That's great.
like
It's wonderful.
I agree.
I think that's fair.
All right,
Oh.
so stay tuned for after next week's Mubbers. The next game we are reviewing is Uncharted
El Dorado.
Drake's Fortune.
And we got a special episode for you next week during our Mubbers as we reveal what Bob has sent us.
Bob's box.
What's in the box?
Bob's box.
Bob's box.
What's in the box?
All right, so stay tuned. We have a very special treat for Mubbers next week, and then after that, we will be reviewing Uncharted Drake's Fortune of El Dorado.
Search for El Dorado.
The search for El
So
Dorado.
thanks again, guys. We love you. Thank you for the support.
Thanks for voting, everyone.
Thank
Sir
you.
Francis Drake is still alive.
If
What?
you-
Spoilers!
Oh, shit! Oh!
Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Thanks for listening to Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go. Stay up to date on our Facebook at facebook.com/superfunpodcast.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. That's all I know.
No,
about
the
the
boy's
site.
soul. It's the boy's soul.
Boy's
Yeah, but
soul.
that's the joke. Is that it doesn't sound right?
Is it the joke?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Thanks
Really?
Thanks for.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So before